Bushi cannot make Dredgeworld right. Can barely make Bastion playable. Can barely give Bastion proper support. But hey, Lianorn comes out and then suddenly everybody's freaking playing it. And maybe Prison too, I don't know. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I've yet to see what the new stuff does. But it seems to, according to the enemy, it seems like it'll do a lot. So anyway, this is to cover your buy list for Lianorn, for those that haven't go around to pick up Lianorn stuff so that you can, you know, play Lianorn for the upcoming set 11 when it comes out for you English folks and JP folks. I believe you might know these cards. First, Resonance Dragon. You actually, before that, let me just sum it up basically. If you're buying the Lianorn deck set, most of this is included in the deck set, and you don't need to buy much more than that. And I'll cover for those that already bought the deck set later in the video. Right now, I'll cover those that want to buy the original rarities just because they like foil cards. So the first one is Resonance Dragon. Generally, I think even with the new set, you'll run like 2 if you... generally 2 Resonance Dragons is pretty good. Generally for the new set is so that you can have 4th attack on turn 3 if you're going first. If you're going second, then you can do 6 attacks if you want to hit a bit harder. It's a great niche card, that's why I said 2, because you generally want to see in drop so you can revive it whenever you want. And it gives you soul and tons of very useful stats. It also increases 5,000 power if you boost 3 or more, so it's pretty cool. That's why I say generally you only need to buy 2 for that if you're not buying the deck set. Another one that's included in the deck set, which I picked up from the deck set, but if you're buying it straight, you want to pick up this Cadence, Ethereal Cadence, like I can't read, goodness. Basically, it's to search for your Lianorn. So it helps you search for Persona. See, current +1, top 7, look for Lianorn. Basically, if your Vanguard is Lianorn, you have Lianorn right there, which is basically you can use it on turn 2 when it's placed for anywhere, so no place for hand restriction, which is really fun. So it gains boost if you have 2 or more grade 1s, which if you have 2 other Lianorns in the back, with the new Lianorn you literally counts as grade 1, so this still works. So generally you will want 4 of this, so if you're going to buy the original print, buy 4 copies, and it's cool, it's foil in the original copies. Another one which I do not have. I would suggest having at least 3 Impulse Dragon, just in case you don't have this. If you don't have, I don't know the exact build. I'm just here to tell you what cards you might want to have on standby, just in case, just to tinker about as well. So 3 Impulse Dragons are generally good. If further testing shows that you want less, then get less. But generally, if you buy the deck set, they give you 4, so you're kind of fine. This one has the same condition for the boost as this one, so it's pretty good. And when it stands by Lianorn ability, which it will be if it's in the front or back, depending on how you set it up, it will get stood up regardless. So you get the soul +1 and draw a card. So it's a +1 for free, and again it's another 5k, so it's a 20,000 power beater. So it's 15, and then it stands, and then it's Soul Blast, so you become 20 boost to Lianorn. It's freaking strong. Another thing, you have Parsea, which was a PR, so I don't think you can get in foil anyway, so if you can get a deck set print, it's probably cheaper. Basically, on plays, if your Vanguard if you reveal a card with Unison Dress ability from your hand, which is basically your 6 to 7 write-up targets in your deck now, because if you're running Vavache, you want to pick up Vavache. You don't have to, but it's recommended so that you have higher consistency to see it. You can soul +1 and then call any card within the normal call rules, so it's great, less than or equal to your Vanguard. From drop to Rearguard Circle, which is very strong. At the beginning of your main phase, if your Vanguard is in Unison Dress state, you can put this in the soul. So if you call this on turn, let's say 2, you revive something. Next turn, you can put it into the soul. So you can free up more board space for other things, and you get more soul, which means more resources to do other things. Other stuff, Atlantis, I have the original print of Atlantis. If you want the original print, you can get it, as usual. So Atlantis is very good because it countercharges for you, and it draws you a card. So it allows you to have plenty of CB to burn on other stuff. And it's a 13k booster on turn 3, since now your Vanguard with now the Triumphant Lianorn is Syndra state right off turn 3. So no matter what, this is at least a 13k booster or beater, depending on what you put in the board, obviously. And then it gives you a nice draw. So it's a plus, so it's a net 0 at worst. Rosarium Fairy, you can play without it technically, but you lose early game without it. Basically, it generates a punt token for you, which is really strong, so you have more bodies to have. And the second effect, which is where all the value is at, when this you attack, if your Vanguard, when your opponent is grade 3, it increases its own power by whatever power. So for example, like Impulse Dragon, once it stands by 20,000 power, it attacks with plus 20,000 power. Yada yada yada. It basically allows you to increase, and the new one does the same thing. So I recommend 4 of this and maybe 2 of the other one. I don't know. Good to always buy a playset for these things, because you can't go wrong with just putting playsets of both. So ratio how you feel based on your playstyle as usual. Now Vavache is a little funny. I have here the original print, so it's triple rare. So it's shiny and not common rare, ugly ass thing. Depending on how you feel about it, it will be better or worse to play 4. If not, at least 3, I believe, is a good ratio, because you do want this as the thing that you put into soul and not the persona rights, for obvious reasons. You don't want to put persona rights into your soul because you can't persona. The general gist is basically the Vanguard, it gives you 6 attacks, so it's a great finisher regardless of what happens. And the second thing is it essentially allows you to do columns, which the new one doesn't do anymore, which is have double Rosarium, allowing you to double dip into triggers by putting like cards like this that can boost. You just give it all the trigger power to here, and then these two feed off of the same card, which is something the new Lianorn doesn't do, but it does have a more consistent deadly attack. So you lose out in double 100 mil for like 250, so 50k power. So depends on how you feel and what. So that's why I say like at least have 3, so that if you're feeling like the game is not in your favor and you really need the 6 attacks, then Vavache is there for you. And if you write it on turn 4 and you write it on turn 5, remember it's part of greed basically. I hate Yu-Gi-Oh terms, but it's the best description. You place it, you gain 10,000 power to the front row, and you draw 2. So it's a +1. Yay! Things you shouldn't pick up. Don't pick up Broccoli, because the new one does what Broccoli does essentially, which is on place, counter +1 and draw. And the extra shield value is just whatever. It's not great. Don't play it. Yeah, I don't know what to say. It's just don't pick this up if you're buying it in sets. This one I would recommend is a playset no matter what, because the first effect is very valuable. It's an early plus, so regardless of going first and second, you can use this. Basically, when it's discarded during your right phase, you either Soul Blast or Energy Blast, and then you draw a card. So it's your discard fodder for Lianorn and Magnolia. For Lianorn, it's goated because it's very hard to have early hand with Lianorn. I don't know what's up with that. So if you're going first, you discard this on turn 1, you Soul Blast to draw. Turn 2 and 3 is just energy, and then this one is like your guard for it's a 5k shield that you want to drop anyway, so it's pretty free, so it doesn't clog your hand too much. And it basically on turn 3, if your opponent is grade 3 or greater, put this to the bottom of your deck and choose one of your units. It gets it becomes 15k power base. If not, if your persona is 20k power. If you have 4 and you just bought them all, because there is no restriction by the way, you can use this ability. It's an act ability, so you can use all 4, and then you can have 20 20 20 20, and it creates numbers that are disgusting. It makes even Rosarium Fairy freaking strong. So that's the general gist. I do not cover. I will not cover. So if you're, regardless of you're buying the playset or not, the deck set or not, pick these up. I think the pricing now is like around like $15 a piece. I'm not quite sure. I think it might be going higher. So pick it up while you can at a decent ass price, because I don't think Bushiroad is going to reprint this. Why? Because it's set 8. It just got printed. So grab it while you can. Upcoming Lianorn players, and for you existing ones, shame on you if you did not grab it when it came out. And as always, support your local card shop, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.